Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have this gorgeous square called Polka by Karin of Virklust. Apologies if I've not said that correctly. Swedish is not one of my spoken languages. I have been told that Virklust means crochet desire. That's a beautiful name, I love it, crochet desire. So this square has been designed by Karin, and she has very kindly given us permission to record a video tutorial for this square. So thank you, Karin, for giving us that very kind permission. I would encourage you to have a look at the written pattern as well. I would encourage you, if you're used to watching video tutorials to make your crochet, then I would encourage you, once you've made this, I would encourage you to go and have a look at that written pattern and then see how it reads and start to get to know how to read those patterns, because it will be very helpful for you in the future, and it will open up so many doors for you to be able to just read a pattern as well as watch the videos. So do go and have a look at that, and the link for the pattern and for Karin's blog will be in the description box below, and the link to our Facebook group is in the description box below as well. So do go and have a look at that. Have a look at our file that has hints and tips and things for this square. And also in our Facebook group, you can upload photos of your lovely squares that you've made with us. So we love to see what you've made and what colours you've used and everything. So this is the polka square. It is designed to be about 14 centimetres, which is about 5.5 inches if you use Aran weight yarn and a 3.5mm hook. I believe Shapey's Katona is Aran weight, worsted weight yarn. But I have used my regular DK light worsted weight yarn and a 4.5mm hook, which is my standard, and my squares come out at 6 inches. So if you are used to us having on a Friday a slightly larger square, then stay tuned, as near the end I will be showing you how we can enlarge this square without deflecting from the beauty that it is at this size. Okay, we will be repeating some of the rounds to make it larger. So without further ado, you will need 4 colours of yarn if you're following it as per the pattern. 4 colours of yarn, label them A, B, C and D, and grab your hook, and we'll get started. Okay, round 1 is this blue round. It might look like the pink is the first round, but it's not, it's the blue. So you're going to start with colour A, which for me is that blue. With your slip knot on your hook, chain 5. And then slip stitch into the first chain to make a ring. And then we're going to make a double crochet. Now you can make a standing chainless double crochet if you prefer, or you could just chain 3. So for today I'm just going to chain 3. You do whichever you prefer. And then I'm going to chain 1 for a chain 1 space. And then we're going to make a double crochet into the ring. So this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then we've got the extra chain for the chain space. Okay, I've just zoomed out a bit, realized that I was very close to the camera up here. Okay, so we've done a double crochet there, chain 1, and then do another double crochet and chain 1. So far we've got 3 double crochets, each with a chain 1 after. Continue this round until you have 12 double crochets and 12 chain spaces. Okay, when you've got your 12 double crochets and 12 chain 1s, we're going to slip stitch either into the top of that double crochet you made or into the 3rd chain. Now we are going to be fastening off after this round, so I'm going to do a invisible join. So all I do for this is take my hook out, turn my work around. Now I want to go into the third chain up, or the second chain from the top. So I'm going to go into that, or into the top of your double crochet, bring the working yarn to the back here towards me, and then I'm going to pop the loop back onto the hook, and I'm going to pull that through like a slip stitch. Just pull that loop through that chain, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through a length, and then I'm going to cut the yarn and pull that tight, and that's my fasten off. And there's no extra for that slip stitch. There's nothing extra there. Normally you get sort of like a fake stitch there, but there's nothing there now, just a nice neat join. That's how I'm going to be joining on each round. So I won't be showing you that every round, but that's how I'm going to do it. Now normally I would pull my middle tail and tighten this ring, but for the next round it's quite handy to keep it loose. So for the next round you want to take colour B. Okay, round 2 with colour B, which I have pink. We are going to do these stitches that go in between the stitches we've just made. So what we're going to do is start in any double crochet with a slip knot on our hook, and we are going to make a single crochet into any of our double crochets. So we're going to do this without using a chain. We're just going to go into a double crochet, hold on to the tail, just hold the tail against your hook, and then do your single crochet straight into that stitch. And there you go. So the tail does come from the top of the stitch, but you can work that out and sort it out when you're sewing in your tails. There we go. So once we've done that single crochet, we need to do a double crochet into the ring. We're going to go between these 2 double crochets. Okay, not going to work over the chain here. We're just going to go into the ring. So that's why I said keep the ring nice and loose. So what we're going to do for our double crochet is yarn over, go into the ring, and then bring your hook. Now this is a bit tricky. Bring your hook up into this space. Okay, and then make sure your yarn's in the center. Yarn over, pull through, and continue to complete your double crochet. So you can now see that's in between those 2 stitches, and we still have our chain at the back there. Okay, I will show you that again. So a single crochet into our double crochet, and then a double crochet into the ring at the bottom between the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the ring, and then you can see I've got this held open with my finger here. So bring the hook up into that space, yarn over, pull through, and then continue your double crochet as normal. Okay, and you've got stitches in between, a blue stitch or colour A in between these 2. Okay, so I'll show you that once more. A single crochet into the top of the double crochet like so, and then a double crochet into this ring between these next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the ring, bring the hook up through that space, make sure the yarn is in the right place, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, as you would for any other double crochet. There you go. Sometimes you might need to just tweak with your fingers where those stitches are sitting. They like to overlap and cover. So continue that all the way around. A single crochet in the next stitch, and then do your double crochet down into the ring here, just as we have with these 3. All the way around, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So when you've finished all of those, you should have 12 double crochets and 12 single crochets, and it will look something like this. If you need to just tweak them around and pull them into the right place, then go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to fasten off this round, and I'm going to do mine just as I did before, so turning it behind, popping the loop on, and pulling that through the stitch, and then fastening off. Oops, sorry for going out of camera shot there. And then pull that tight. And that's round 2 completed. So pull your center tight now. You can do that. It's safe to do so. There we go. Okay, so round 3, we're going back to colour A. Back to colour A. To round 3, we're going to start with a single crochet in any of our double crochets, so any of these double crochets. Just going to do what we did before with a slip knot on our hook. Going to go into any of those double crochets and make a single crochet, just as we have before. Okay, and then we're going to do a single crochet into the single crochet. And now this is where it changes up slightly. We're going to do a front post double crochet around the double crochet that we did in round 1. So this blue double crochet here, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So yarn over, pop your hook between the stitches we made in the previous round. So I'm just going to say my pink, so put my hook between the pink and the blue stitch, go behind the stitch and bring your hook back up the other side under this blue stitch. Okay, I'll show you that on the next stitch as well. So then yarn over, pull through underneath that stitch, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, exactly as you would a double crochet. So now we've got our double crochet down here, and then we've got our front post double crochet here. So now we're going to again do a single crochet in the next double crochet there, a single crochet into this single crochet, and then we're going to do our front post. So yarn over, put your hook between the pink and the blue stitch, put your hook behind, bring it up between the blue stitch and the next pink stitch. So the hook is going underneath this blue stitch here, and then yarn over, pull through and complete your double crochet just like so. So once more, single crochet in that next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet around the next blue stitch. Okay, so yarn in and behind and bring through the other side. Yarn over, pull through underneath that stitch, and then complete your double crochet. So you're going to do this all the way around. Rewind the video about 3 minutes if you need a refresher. We're going to do this all the way around, and I will meet you to finish off this round. Okay, when you've made your last front post double crochet there, we're going to be fastening off this colour. So we're going to do a slip stitch into our first single crochet there. So I'm going to do mine from behind as always. There we go, pull that nice and tight and fasten off. That was my cup of tea there. Don't let that tea get cold while you're crocheting, remember. So here we go. Rounds 1 to 3 completed. So let's move on to round 4. Round 4 we will be using colour C. So round 4 is this white round here. Okay, so I am doing this square in exactly the same colours so I don't get confused. So we're going to start again with a slip knot on our hook. We're going to start with a single crochet into any stitch. Single crochet into any stitch. Okay, and then this round could not be any more simple. We're going to do one single crochet into every stitch, and that should be 36 stitches. So 36 single crochets all the way around, and then I will see you back at the end. At the end, you're going to slip stitch and fasten off just as you have done on the previous round. Okay, so I will see you when I've completed round 4. There we go, at the end of round 4, 36 single crochets. So now we're going to move on to round 5. Round 5 then, we're going to do this in colour D. So for me, that's my purple. Now I did make a mistake on this round and had to undo it, so you can see my stitches are looking quite loose. We are working just into the back loop only of our stitches, so you can see we have 2 loops here. We normally go underneath both, but we only want to go in the back one, the one that's furthest away from us. Okay, so join your yarn into any back loop, making a single crochet into the back loop of any of those previous single crochets. And then we're going to make 9 in total, so that's the first one. Okay, so there's 9 there for me. I miscounted when I did it previously, so I had to undo it all. So 9 single crochets in the back loop, and it leaves us this nice little line, this ridge. Then we're going to chain 2, and that will be our first tiny corner. We're going to start sort of squaring it up a bit now. So then straight into the next stitch after doing your chain 2, straight into that back loop only, and do 9 more single crochets. So it's 9 single crochets in the back loop, and then a chain 2, and then 9 single crochets, chain 2 all the way around. And when you get back to the beginning, do a slip stitch into your first stitch and fasten off. There we go, the end of round 5. You can see it's starting to become a little square, but we're going to make it even more square now by doing round 6 with colour B. So that's our colour we used here in between the blue. So for me it's pink. We're going to make this round here and make it square. So we're going to start with a double crochet. So for me, I'm going to chain 3 for that double crochet. You can do a standing double crochet if you wish. So I'm going to go into any corner space, any of these chain 2 spaces, go into there, and then either do your standing double crochet or chain 3. So I'm going to just do a slip stitch there and then chain 3. That's my first double crochet. And then we want to chain 1, and then we're going, chain 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet into that same chain space. So when we come back around at the end, if you've done chains, you're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the 5. We've got 5 there all together. The first 3 chains count as a double crochet, and the next 2 are our chain space. Okay, so it's double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and then we're going to do some stitches, and the easiest way I find to remember it is that we do 1, 2 and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then back down again, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That's my easiest way of remembering. So we're going to start from tall stitches to short stitches and back to tall stitches. It all makes complete sense when you start. So in the first stitch, right next to this space, we are going to do a double crochet. So 1 double crochet, 2 half double crochet, so work along, and we're going to do 1, 2 half double crochet, and then 3 going down is single crochet, so 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, oops, 3, and then back up again. We're going to do 2 half double crochet, oops, 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet in that last stitch. Okay, and then at your corner, as we did before, although we use the chain, we're going to do in our corner space 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet. Nice and simple. So you're going to work back along this side with 1 double crochet, 2 half double crochet, 3 single crochet, 2 half, 1 double. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I will pop that on the screen now, and then you can follow that around the last 3 sides. And there we go. We have a cute little square. How cute is that? So I fastened off in my 3rd chain of the chain 5 that I started with. So we are moving on to round 7, which is colour C. So for me, it's back to my white. It's whatever you used for that circle there. So back to my white, and we're going to start with a slip knot on our hook. We are doing a round of single crochets. So start in any corner space, and in that chain space you want to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, chain 2, and another single crochet. Okay, all the corners are going to be the same: single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And then it couldn't get any simpler than this. In each of these next 11 stitches, we're going to make a single crochet. Okay, 11 single crochets along that side, and then when you get to your corner, it will be that single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. And then do that all the way around, and when you come back to the beginning, slip stitch into your first single crochet. I will see you when I have completed this round. There we go, the end of round 7. How cute is this looking? Love it, love it. Now round 8, we're going back to colour D. So for me, that's purple, the one that I did around this edge next to the white. Okay, and we're going to again do a very simple round of single crochets. And the corners we're doing exactly as before. We are doing 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet in our corner, and a single crochet along every stitch. There's 13 single crochets along the side. But as we did with our purple or our colour D before, we're going to do them in the back loop only. Okay, so again, we'll be leaving this kind of track, if you like. So start in a corner chain space and do your first single crochet. Zoom out slightly there. There we go. So single crochet and chain 2 and a single crochet in that first corner. And now we're moving on to the side where we're going to do 13 single crochets in the back loops only. So again, look at your top and go into that back one, the one furthest away, and make your 13 single crochets all the way along. When you get to the corner, do your single crochet, chain 2 single crochet, and then another 13 single crochets in the back loops all the way around, and then slip stitch into your first single crochet. Nice and simple. See you at the end of the round. Here we are at the end of round 8. Now if it's sort of folding in a bit, just give it a stretch, pull out those corners, and there you go. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to move on to round 9, where we are going back to colour A. So for me, that's the blue. And we're going to do this gorgeous border around the edge here, this blue border. And then we'll bring in the pink, and it will give it such a good effect. So we're going to start with colour A. So I'm just going to grab that and pop it on my hook. Okay, so I have my yarn, and we're going to do double crochets. So I'm going to join into the corner, so into a corner space. I'm going to just join the yarn with a slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 3 for my double crochet, just as I did down here with the pink. So I'm going to chain 3, and then we're going to do another double crochet. So double crochet. So you've now got either a standing double crochet or a chain 3, and then a double crochet. So we've got 2 double crochets in effect there. And then we're going to chain 2 for our corner space, and then 2 more double crochet into that corner. There we go. So our corners now are 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. And now we're going to make this beautiful effect going across the row. So we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and do a double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip, double crochet. Chain 1, skip, double crochet. Chain 1, skip, double crochet. Oops, I missed that one there. Chain 1, skip, double crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and then double crochet into the last stitch of the side. And then into your corner, you're going to do exactly what you did before, which is 2 double crochet, exactly what I told you before. 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Nice and simple. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. Double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, all the way along the side. And each side you will have 7 chains and 12 double crochets, 12 double crochets and 7 chain spaces. Okay, all the way around, and then slip stitch into the top of your double crochet, your first double crochet or top of your chain to complete the round. And then you have this nice mesh effect on each side. Here we are at the end of round 9. We've got all our mesh kind of stitches here with our gaps, looking lovely. So moving on to round 10, we're going to do these stitches in between. So these pink stitches that I've got, we're going to do those now, give it a really lovely effect. So start with your slip knot on your hook, and we're going to start in any corner, and we're going to do single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. So any corner, single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. And now what we're going to do is 3 single crochets along. So that's these 3 single crochets that are here near the corner. So we're going to do 1 in each of those, single crochet. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do a double crochet into the skipped stitches of round 8. So this purple round here where we skipped the stitches, we're going to do a double crochet in there, and we're going to do it in front of the chain. So like we did down here, we're going to do it in front of the chain. So yarn over, go into that stitch, bring the hook through at the front and leave that chain loose at the back there. Bring your hook through and complete your double crochet. And you'll see that that double crochet sits at about the same height as the single crochets. And then we're going to do a single crochet into this next stitch, this double crochet. Do a single into there. And then we're going to do a double into the next skip stitch. So yarn over, go into that stitch, bring the hook through so that it's in front of this stitches at the back, yarn over, pull through and complete your double crochet. Okay, so you're going to continue this all the way down, 1 in the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and then a double crochet into the skipped stitch down here. Make sure you bring your hook back through to the front and complete your stitch. So you're going to do that all the way along, and then you're going to do a single crochet into each of these last 3 stitches. Okay, a single crochet into each of these last 3 stitches. And then the corner will be exactly the same as the beginning, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, so single crochet into the next stitch, double crochet down into the skipped stitch, all the way along, and then a single crochet into your last 3, all the way around, and then slip stitch into where you started. Here we go, this is looking lovely. So now we're going to do some more blue. We are going to do the corners just as we did before in the previous round. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and we're doing that with colour A. Colour A on the corners, single crochet, chain 2 and a single crochet. And then we're going to do a front post double crochet around these 3 stitches from round 9. So these 3 double crochets here. Put my teeth back in. We're going to do a front post double crochet around each of those. So yarn over, go from front to back and back through, pushing that stitch to the front, yarn over, pull through and complete your double crochet. And then do another one, the next stitch, front post double crochet, and the third one, front post double crochet. Okay, then we are going to do a single crochet into the top of this double crochet from the last round. So single crochet into there, and then a front post double crochet around this blue one down here, single crochet in the pink, front post double around the blue. You're going to do that all the way along, single crochet and then a front post double, single crochet, front post double, all the way along, and then do your corner with that single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, all the way around, and at the end of the round do a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Rewind a couple of minutes if you need to see what I did here. See you soon. There we go, at the end of round 11. There are just 2 more rounds on this pattern. 2 more rounds until we look at how we might want to make it bigger. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Love it. So round 12, our penultimate round. Round 12 is with colour C. So that's the colour we used here and here, which is white for me. So let's put a slip knot on our hook and get started. So we have a very, very simple round for round 12. We're just going to start in any corner, and we're going to do the corner just as we have before with a single crochet, chain 2 and another single crochet. Nice and simple. And then what we're going to do is do get my teeth in again there. We're going to do a single crochet in every stitch along. There are 21 single crochets along each side. So 21 single crochets, and then in your next corner do your single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, all the way around, 21 on each side. So I will see you at the end of this round. There we go, at the end of round 12, looking lovely. And it's such a squishy, lovely texture, really lovely. Okay, so we have one more round of this pattern, the lovely polka square. So we're going to do this outer edge, this purple, and it's going to be a back loop only round again, so you can see this track running along there of the white. Beautiful. So we are basically doing the same as the last round, except along the sides we're doing back loop only. So you know what to do by now. Oh, my table's creaking. That's the table, not my bones creaking there. So start in any corner with one single crochet, chain 2, one single crochet with your colour D. One single crochet, chain 2, one single crochet in each corner, and then 23 single crochets all the way along the side, but make sure you do them in the back loop only, just as we did down here and as we did here. And that's that, and then your square will be complete. So I'm going to finish this one, and then I will show you the finished result, which will look pretty much like this, but I will be back soon. There we go. This is the square I've just finished, and this is the square I did yesterday. Twins! And I do love the texture of it. It's so squishy. Well, the ends make it squishy anyway. As I said at the beginning, just put on a good film or a good TV show and sew those ends in, or use it as a cushion cover, and don't have to sew the ends in, they'll all hide inside. So as I said to you earlier, my squares are about 6 inches. We do try and bring you a larger square on a Friday. So if you would like to make this square any bigger, there will be a second video just showing you how that's done, just showing you some photos and giving you some guidance on that. So for this video, that is the polka square completed. Well done if you made it through all 13 rounds. There are a lot of rounds, but it is so worth it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful square. Love it. Such a beautiful square. So thanks again to Karin for allowing us to film this video tutorial. Thank you for that. Thank you for producing such a gorgeous design of this polka square. As I said before, the links to all of Karin's to her Ravelry for the pattern is in the description below. Link to her blog is in the description below as well. So go check out her other patterns, go and have a look there and be inspired. And for everything else beyond the Cal 2021, there's a link for that in the description as well. Come and join the fun and show us photos of your squares. And if you want to make this larger, check out the description box for part 2 on enlarging. And I'll see you next time. Just keep hooking and don't let that tea get cold.